What's up, you guys? Pink Moondall here, and tonight it is the blood moon total lunar eclipse, March 13th / 14th, 2025. I almost forgot what year it is. 2025. It is starting on the 13th, where I live, Mountain Standard Time. But the total eclipse, the actual blood moon, is happening 12:30, midnight 30, March 14th. So yeah, it's kind of like both. I think that's cool. In between worlds, you know? So I am out here on, a fairly routine night walk. I'm actually feeling so lucky right now because it was really cloudy this afternoon. It was cloudy when the sun went down, and like the forecast said it was going to be cloudy when, all night. But I came outside just now to check it out, and the sky is almost totally clear. Like, I can see so many stars. I'm not sure if they're visible. No, not really visible on video, but the moon is kind of visible at least. So we're just coming to the park now. Can sit by the pond, have a little chat, a little catch up, because it's been a while since it smells very sweet. It smells very sweet over here, but there's no flowers, but it smells like perfume. Why does it smell so strong? Like, is there someone here? That's really interesting. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anyone here. And if there is, they're gonna have to listen to me. Yeah. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in. So it's partial eclipse right now. Not quite the blood red moon yet. But I'm just gonna sit out here for the whole thing. I did the same thing last September when there was a partial lunar eclipse during Virgo season, and the moon is in Pisces. And this time it's Pisces season and the moon is in Virgo, and it's a total lunar eclipse. So the whole thing is getting covered. Yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty rare times we're living in. And for those of you who give a shit, we're going to be having a bunch of eclipses over the next 2 years in Pisces and Virgo. This is I guess the last one last year was the first one, but this is the first total lunar eclipse in the Pisces Virgo axis. Before that, they were in the Aries Libra axis. Yeah, so basically stuff is different now. Let's see if I can. Yep, there's a little bit of cloud covering the moon now. You can't really see shit. Wow, good thing I brought the patchouli doll to occupy the visual portion of this video, because it is dark. I thought maybe the iPhone would compensate and show the surroundings a little better. Maybe if I turn the flash off. I'm gonna try turning the flash off. 1 sec. Okay, so turning the flash off does not help, but this is really beautiful. I love the dark. I would wear my sunglasses at night if I could. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's getting really small. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Oh, it's getting really small. It's getting really covered. This is interesting to me, okay? I don't know. I'm trying not to get too astrological in this video. I actually have something else that I want to talk about that's not even anything to do with astrology. But, yeah, this eclipse is at 24 degrees Virgo. The moon is at 24 degrees Virgo. My natal moon, my moon sign, is 22 degrees Virgo. And my Venus sign is 26 degrees Virgo. So this is right in the middle. This is right in the middle of my personal moon and Venus signs. So yeah, I don't really know what that means for me. Like, I have some suspicions of what it could mean. I don't want to go into that. I'm just saying that while I'm here, while I'm documenting the moment, this eclipse is certainly working with me personally, as has been very felt in my life recently. And I believe the last one in September was also at like 25 degrees Virgo Pisces, something like that. It was like really, or 21, I don't know, it was really close to my moon and Venus. And yeah, the past 6 months have been pretty pivotal. And it does tie into what I want to talk about in this video, which is surrender. The art of surrender, how to surrender. What does it really mean? It's very confusing to me. I want control. I want control. It's hard to surrender. Wait, look. The reflection in the pond. This is the exact spot where I watched it last September and looked at the reflection. Yep. And it's getting really small. It's getting really small. Look at how freaking cute she is. Oh my god. I'm also wearing my little patchouli boots. These are like weird Uggs. I've never seen these like Uggs. I've never seen these Uggs before. I got them from Plato's Closet a couple years ago. I never wear them because they're so cute and precious that I don't want to get them dirty. That's silly though. I should wear them more often. This is where we're at. Almost total eclipse now. Her. Make sure she can see. Good? You gonna stay? Don't fall. There we go. Gotta make sure she can see. Oh. Dusty. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good shot. I could maybe take a photo of that actually. Maybe get that on camera. I don't know. It's pretty hard to capture an eclipse on one of the little digital cameras. Even just to capture the regular moon, you never really get like a good picture. It's like, you know, the best you're gonna get is like a blurry picture that's pretty, but it doesn't really like actually show the moon. I did bring some cameras though, just in case. Let me check what time it is. Okay, yeah, it's 12:08. So it is March 14th now. And we've got about 20 minutes to go before the eclipse is total. So, okay. Let me get a little personal here. Because we're talking about the moon, talking about my moon sign. It's personal. It's very personal. It's the most personal placement as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna get personal. I have been like so crazy depressed, and it really has snowballed over the past 6 months, I would say, since the last eclipse. And I was definitely depressed on the last one because that was right around the time that Pachita got IVDD, and it was just like really fucking bleak. Everything was really, I don't know, I just was feeling like insecure about everything. But as I do, I tried very hard to fight my depression, to repress my depression, to bring about a different reality, in all different kinds of ways. You know, just like positive self-talk. Oh, someone's pulling up. I wonder. Yeah, they're coming to see the eclipse. That's cool. Good for them. Yeah. Creative projects, like learning to talk to myself better. The geese are going crazy over there. I don't know if you can hear that. I was really trying everything I could to convince myself that I wasn't depressed and that everything in my life was good and everything's gonna be okay and everything's happening in God's perfect timing. And like, I do believe that. I'm not saying I don't believe that. I do believe that like everything is happening perfectly. Oh, it's getting so small. Can you see? I do believe that. But as I was doing all of this and like applying all of these techniques to try and feel better and feel gratitude all the time. I'm not dissing gratitude. I do feel gratitude all the time, but like, you know, I was bypassing my emotions really hard. I was trying everything in my power to like spiritually bypass them, to like convince myself that everything in my life is perfect and like I don't need to feel depressed. And I was just trying to run away. I was trying to run away from it. Okay, sorry. I got a little nervous because there's a bunch of people who just got out of the car and they're all like chilling over there now, but I don't think they can hear me. I can't really hear them, so I would assume they can't hear me. I'm laying on the ground now, by the way. I'm laying in pure filth, but that's fine. So it snowballed, you know, as depression kind of does. The more you try to push it away, the more you try to push it down, it snowballs. And in February, like, I just got to a point of rock bottom, so to speak. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's the worst that it could be, but it was like pretty fucking bad. Oh my gosh, look at the tiny sliver of a moon. Yeah, it was really bad. Even until towards like pretty much like the last day of February was like one of the worst days I've had in a long time. And so since then, it's been about 2 weeks. Just been doing bad. But you know, as I obsessively do, I'm like seeking answers to this. So one day in the pits of despair, I'm like, you know what what does Carl Jung have to say about this? You know, what does he say about depression? Because I enjoy his work, mostly on like woo-woo shit, but I don't really know his, like, he's a fucking psychologist, you know. What does he think about depression and stuff? What's his tactics? And so I looked some stuff up, and I was really surprised that his recommendation was actually like, if you are depressed, you have to let yourself reach rock bottom. You have to absolutely sink into it and get as low as you can possibly go, and that's how you like ascend out of it or something. You know, you surrender to it. You let go of your resistance to it. That's the only way it's gonna get better. And it was like a brief thing that I heard. It wasn't super descriptive or anything, but that intrigued me, and I was like, okay, how do I do that? How does that help me? How do I let go of resistance towards depression? Like, how do I do that? And so I'm clicking around YouTube and like other stuff, and I found this other video that was like 3 minutes long, where I don't know if you guys can hear the people in the background. They're like laughing super hard and yelling is kind of cute, honestly. I'm like, wow, they're having fun together, and I am laying in the dirt recording the moon and talking about surrendering to depression. That's kind of beautiful. We've got the two polar opposite experiences happening within a very small proximity of each other. So yeah, I found this really short video, and this lady, she's talking, and she's like, anytime you feel something like really terrible, anytime you get triggered and you have invasive thoughts, and you know, anytime you're spiraling, you just kind of got to say to yourself, it's okay, that's okay. For example, oh wow, oh my gosh, the moon is like the tiniest little, okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted by how cool this eclipse is. This is really cool. I don't know when was the last time I even saw anything like this. I truly don't remember. But she was saying, so yeah, a better example of that, not just to be like, it's okay, and then just go on with your day, but so say I have the thought come into my head, I feel like no one's ever gonna love me. I would say to myself, I feel like no one's ever gonna love me, and that's okay. Does that make sense? Like, it's not okay that no one would ever love me. It's not a good thing. It's like very neutralizing, and it's like more so being like, I'm okay that I'm having this feeling right now. I'm okay that this emotion has come up for me. Like, I feel this way, and that's okay. Because so much of the suffering that comes with depression and anxiety and stuff is that you're trying so hard to resist the feeling at all costs. At least for me, I'm speaking of my own experience, of course, but when I feel depressed or anxious, I naturally tell myself, this is not okay. Like, this is not okay, and like, I should not be feeling this way. And I get into these spirals of being like, oh my god, like, why can't I just be normal? Why can't I just be grateful for what I have? Why can't I just be satisfied? You know, I am grateful for what I have, so why don't I feel good? Like, why don't I feel good? Why don't I feel good? And that's the suffering. That's the suffering. But when I say to myself, like, I feel like a fucking loser, and that's okay, it almost just like, it all disintegrates. It like evaporates into vapor. And it's like suddenly this feeling becomes so much less punishing. Because I decided that it's okay to feel that way. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's not real. And so I've been implementing this throughout the past, I think it was about 9 or 10 days ago that I discovered this. Oh wow. Look at that, it's so small. 9 or 10 days ago, and I have just been actively implementing it, and like I've been getting triggered like crazy about a bunch of stuff. Like so much has been coming up, and every time it happens, whatever it is, a vast array of things, I have just been telling myself, I feel this way, I feel such and such feeling, and that's okay. It's okay. And I'm telling you, like, it is really working. Like, it's not like I'm totally out of the water or anything, but I feel so much lighter than I did 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, this is cool. The camera kind of exaggerates how much of the moon is showing right now. It's like the tiniest little speck. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, you guys, I feel lighter. I feel like I'm coping a lot better. I've still had a few bad days. I've still had a few bad moments for sure. But it's okay. Like, it is okay to feel like shit. It is okay to notice things that you don't like about your life. It's okay to notice things you don't like about the world. I don't know why this has like been a really difficult thing for me to internalize, that it's just okay. I think, well, I have a lot of, oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, false alarm. It is dusty down here. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of like family conditioning and stuff and things in my early life where it was not okay for me to emote. It was not okay for me to show my feelings. Oh my god, wait, I can see it turning red. I don't know if it's really showing up on the camera, but in real life I can actually see it like turning red in real time. Whoa. Oh, I hope it shows on the camera. Yeah, a lot of conditioning. And I think, most of us have that. And that is a huge part of the suffering, is that you're trying to run away from the feeling. You're trying to, escapism your way out of it. Addictions. All kinds of addictions. Not just to drugs, but to all kinds of things. Social media, relationships, I don't know, like gambling, eating. It all originates in trying to escape the feeling. But like when you say it's okay for me to feel this way, the feeling loses so much of its power. It's really crazy. I mean, I kind of can't believe I'm like just realizing this now at the age of 31. Gosh. Ooh, wait. I've been waiting for the eclipse to be total because I'm gonna smoke mugwort. Probably a little mugwort cigarette out here. I'm gonna get off the ground and smoke that. There we go. Got my little mugwort. This is mugwort. I promise you guys, I have no way of proving this to you, obviously, but you know, I've made a big deal about quitting weed 10 months ago, 10 months ago, I don't even know. Here you go. Smoke up. Yeah, I smoke mugwort like once every couple weeks. It's not that great for your liver, so I don't smoke it too often. But every once in a while, you know, it's like a nice little treat because it doesn't make you high or anything. It's kind of just adjacent to smoking a cigarette, but without, I don't know, it's like not addictive. It's very nice. I really like the way it tastes. I originally got mugwort to make as tea for like dream enhancement, but it tastes so disgusting that I cannot handle it, so I smoke it now instead. But I find that smoking it doesn't really do much for my dreams because I think it's like it doesn't really stay in your system the same way it does when you drink it. But when I did drink it, I've tried drinking it twice, and both times I did have pretty intense dreams. Side note, I have been having like crazy dreams every night lately, but I haven't really been able to like remember them very well at all. Basically, since I had a death premonition dream a couple weeks ago that came true the next day, and I didn't like that. It freaked me out, and I was kind of like, I asked my guides or whatever, like, I don't want this. Don't do this. I don't like this. So I don't know if they've kind of like put my dreams on pause. Like, I'm still having the same wild dreams, but I can't really remember them, and I haven't been writing them down because they don't feel relevant to anything. I don't know. They've just been... Last night I had a dream that I was like in this crazy oasis, this like tropical oasis in the middle of Chicago. I don't know. You know, like stuff like that where it's like, I remember like the imagery, but I don't feel like I can... I don't really feel like there's anything to write home about. Here you go, little patchouli. She's got to smoke some mugwort because, you know, she wants to have some crazy dreams tonight. I feel like a wizard for sure when I smoke mugwort. I feel like a druid. So, where was I? Yeah. I feel like I've learned a lot in this past, like, couple weeks about surrender. And you know what's funny is that the worst day that I had that sent me off like crazy, it was the Pisces new moon. It was the Pisces new moon. It was February 27th. And now we're here at the full moon. So... And we are like in the middle of this really intense Pisces season. Maybe the most intense Pisces season of all time. I'm not going to go into that right now because I could go off about that for endless amounts of time. And if you want me to go into that, just like message me on Tumblr or something. Send me an anon. I can write about it. That's one of those things that'd be easier to write about, I think. This though, like this thing about the it's okay method, I felt like I had to use my voice to convey that. I felt like it wasn't going to translate through writing. I never really felt that way about anything in a while. Like, I haven't been making many vlogs because I haven't felt many prompts. I've felt really quiet. I never know when inspiration's gonna strike me for like anything really. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not gonna go into that right now. I do everything in a very impulsive way, if you can't tell. And so yeah, I felt quiet for a while. I felt like everything that I want to say can be conveyed in writing on my blog. But this was one of those things where I finally was like, oh, I need to make a vlog about this. And the blood moon seemed like a perfect time. I wanted to, like, you know, the first few days I was trying it and I was like, oh, this is like really helping. You know, allowing myself to feel things. This is really helping. But I wanted to give it a little bit of time just to ensure that I wasn't getting ahead of myself or wasn't just like spouting off a bunch of bull crap. Yeah, no. So yeah, I feel like this Pisces season, this really intense, really, what's the word? Condensed, like there's a lot of stuff condensed into Pisces. Oh, I can't think of the word. But it's been a really intense one, and I feel like, you know, Pisces is like the sign, Neptune, the planet of surrender. That's what it's all about. It's about surrender. It's about integration. It's about disintegration. It's about evaporating into fog and smoke. It's about emotions. It's about submerging yourself into your emotions. And in its lower vibration, it's illusions, but in its higher vibration, especially with Saturn there right now, you know, Saturn wants to like crush the illusions. Saturn wants to find the truth in the illusions. So I feel like I'm sifting through a lot of my own illusions. One of those illusions being that like I'm not allowed to feel my emotions, and I have to be toxic positivity. I have to just get through everything with a smile on my face and like bulldoze my way through and like never actually allow myself to feel anything or process anything. Oh, a fish just... Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? There's a splash of a fish. The Pisces fishies. They're listening. You cannot even see the moon right now. I think it's covered by a very light foggy little cloud, like one of those big flat clouds that takes up the whole sky, and then there's like some other clouds up there too. Oh, you can't see it at all though. I don't know. See if we can get another fish to come up. Here, fishy. That was cool though. Yeah, the fish are very active at this pond. I've been noticing it, but they've been kind of like in the distance. But that one came right up close. Oh, my mugwort went out. Yeah. This is really nice. I feel good. I was worried about this eclipse. Like, I try not to be worried about shit. I try not to be worried about astrology stuff. Especially because in the past, I've noticed a lot of stuff that I did kind of think like, ooh, this is like impacting my personal chart in some really precise ways, and that kind of, big transits and stuff. I find a lot of the big things that I was kind of nervous about actually like end up being way more chill. And it's almost like the stuff that I'm not expecting that seems to catch me off guard. Like, for example, the Pisces new moon 2 weeks ago, I was not expecting anything to come from that. It wasn't really making any crazy aspects to my personal chart. Some planets, some stuff was, but like nothing short term. I don't and that really caught me off guard. But because of that being so whack, I wondered if like this full moon eclipse was going to be really crazy for me. And no, I had a pretty good day. I did gardening today. I love spring. I did yoga. I did meditation. I got some nice messages on Tumblr that made me happy. Yeah, I had a good day. And so I think really like what this period is about for me, the way it's working with me personally, is learning how to feel my feelings and be okay with that. And accepting that sometimes I feel terrible. Oh, big splashes over there. Sometimes I feel terrible, and I'm allowed. And it's not the end of the world. I don't have to catastrophize it. I don't have to KMS. I just have to remember that it's okay. It's okay. I'm depressed and it's okay. I'm whatever, traumatized and it's okay. And it can get better. It can definitely get better. So I should probably wrap this up. It's probably getting pretty long. I'm assuming this is probably going to be like one of those. I thought this vlog was going to be like 5 minutes long. Yeah, it's me. Why would I think that when it's me? Oh, look at that. You can kind of see the moon again. Very dark. 24 degrees Virgo, March 14th, 2025. Between midnight and 1 a.m. Here we are. I love the nighttime. Oh my god. I'm just never going to be a daylight person. This is where I belong. Everything about this. Oh, it's gone again. Everything about this is where I belong. Just me and my patchouli doll. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below if this eclipse impacted you in any crazy way. This eclipse season, kind of started like a couple weeks ago. Let me know how you're doing. I love when people comment, I love to read, love to respond. Send me a Tumblr anon if you got any questions. Want me to, I don't know. I feel like I kind of explained all I can explain, but if you want me to explain anything more, just let me know. That's what I like to do. I'm here for you guys, even if I'm just a shadow in the computer. Just a shadowy reflection. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Happy eclipse season, and let's do our best. Ganbate. Pink Moon Doll out. I thought I felt your shape, but I was wrong. Really, all I felt was falsely strong. I held on tight and closed my eyes. It was dumb, I had no sense of your size. It was dumb to hold so tight. But last night, on your birthday in the kitchen, my grip was loose, my eyes were open. I felt your shape and heard you breathing. I felt the rise and fall of your chest. I felt your fall, your winter snows, your gusty blow, your lava flow. I felt it all, your starry night, your lack of light. With limp arms I can feel most of you. I hung around your neck independently, and my loss was overwhelmed by this new depth I don't think I ever felt. But I don't know, the nights are cold, and I remember warmth. I could have sworn I wasn't alone.